Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and today we're going to make this quick birthday card. Here's a close-up of it, and it is using the new Close to My Heart Confetti Wishes paper and also the Close to My Heart Artiste Cricut cartridge. I think this could be a card for a boy or a girl. Maybe a little less yellow if you're going to do the boy, but still could kind of work. All right, let's get started. I have a 4.5 by 9-inch piece of paper. I'm scoring it 4.5 and folding that piece in half. Now all I need to do is layer up the card. So I've gone ahead and I'm going to use my Scotch ATG to stick that down. And sorry I have to get over it a little bit, but it helps. And then next I just put this layer up, and I believe that that layer is 4 by 4 because there's an awful lot of room around the edges. And suddenly I'm thinking a thought. I don't know what happened there, guys. Sorry, I should have edited that out. Anyway, all right, now I've got this skinny strip here that's 3/4 by 4.5, and I'm going to use our new Thistle. That's the name of our purple, our new purple that we have. Thistle striped diagonal ribbon, and it's not really twine. It's not really thick ribbon. It's that ribbon that's got, you know, like stitching down the center. You'll see it in the close-up. Now what I'm doing here is I've just taken 2 pieces of ribbon, tied a knot around one of them, so I can go ahead and figure out how I'm going to lay the card out. So the ribbon's next to the sentiment, but it's not too close. Good news is I can move the knot around. So as you just saw, I kind of slid it down. All right, here is the stamp set we're using. It's called Big Top by Close to My Heart, and it matches the Artiste cartridge. And I've gone ahead and I used Scotch tape to get that ribbon onto the back of that paper, which you can't see because it's clear, but that's what I did. And now I'm just sticking it on with my Scotch ATG gun. So lots of Scotch going on here, guys. All right, let's get that stuck down. And now I'm going to start with the stamping. I go ahead and I get this on the block, and then since it's a brand new stamp, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off on my arm. That's a way to condition super fast. I know it's weird. I don't make the rolls, but it works. I'm using Canary ink, which is one of our new colors, and this stamped beautifully. I was really thrilled with how this came out. Now for the center sentiment that says Happy Happy Birthday, at first I tried the blue, which is Pacifica. That's supposed to match the paper, but I thought it was kind of dark. Never mind, I sort of stamped it a little cockeyed, but okay, besides that, I thought it was a little dark. So while I was pondering if I should go with the purple / thistle, I decided to go ahead and stamp the A Celebration. So what's great about these clear stamps is you can keep looking through them to make sure you've got enough ink on there, which is so great. Shouldn't be any surprises because you can see everything. And this came out beautifully. I was so thrilled. I love it when that happens. Like a perfect woohoo, right? You guys, that was pretty cool. That doesn't always happen. All right, so upon reflection, I decided to just flip the paper over. You can always flip paper over and restamp. Love to do that. And this time I'm going to use the thistle inside for the Happy Happy Birthday. And in a second I'll show you close-ups and you guys can see which you liked better. If you feel like leaving a comment about that, that'd be cool, but if not, that's okay too. So here we go. Here's the card with the thistle, and then here it is, oops, upside down, with the Pacifica, which is the blue. So anywho, just something fun. But I kind of wanted to take you through the thought process, just in case, you know, maybe that happens to you too. I'm just putting some pop dots on here to give it a little dimension. And then all I got to do is I'm just going to put a little something something on the inside, and this card is done. So pretty fast. This could definitely be, you can make a bunch of these up at a time. All right, so I've taken some scraps I had left over, and it's like 3/4 of an inch by 4.5 is the spotty purple. I know, technical names here. And the yellow is 1 inch by 4.5. And I just layered them together. And now I'm going to put one last little sentiment on the inside, and it says, "You're the tops." And I'm using that thistle / purple ink. Coming up is all the info on where you can get these products, and I so appreciate you guys watching. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.